for no more of your cute tricks.
Now, this ain't a cute trick. Now, simple business proposition. How much are you in the hole to me for?
As if you didn't know, right down to the penny.
Well, right down to the penny, it's $53.75.
So?
So I'll wipe it all off the books if you take the escort duty.
No.
All right, Reese, I'll sweeten the pot. I'll add $15 extra. How about you, Joe?
Hey, count me in for 15.
Cash?
On the barrelhead.
Well, now, I just don't know.
You don't know? Reese added up. That's over 2 months' pay. And for what? For 2 days' work at the most.
Oh, that's gonna buy an awful lot of beer for you and them girlies over at the Silver Spur, man.
Now, have you decided yet which one of you is going?
Well, looks like I'm volunteering again, Captain.
Your devotion to duty is very touching, Reese.
Well, thank you, Captain.
Now, you remember, watch your manners. They've got to be very important people if the governor asks for a ranger escort.
Well, now, don't you worry about me none, Captain. I'll be a real credit to the Rangers.
Now, with the Comanches raiding up north, it should be safe enough. But you keep your eyes open. You can never tell where Red Cloud and his Braves may pop up next.
Yes, sir.
You'll pick up your charges in Concepcion. Check with the sheriff. Deliver them to Mirando City and then get right back here.
Wet nursing a bunch of fancy Dans ain't exactly my idea of a good time.
What Dans? They're women.
Women?
2 of them. The Bordeaux sisters. I'll send a wire to Concepcion. Tell them you're on your way.
The Bordeaux sisters? That sounds French.
Well, now, oui. Just me and them 2 French girlies. Thanks, fellas. And for the money, too.
You and your big ideas. Us paying him, why, he ought to be paying us.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Howdy, Reese. You here for them sisters?
That's right.
They're waiting on you. They're over at the hotel. I'll introduce you.
Just never you mind, Sheriff. Introduce myself.
You can't miss them. If you need any help, holler.
Well, now, don't you worry, Sheriff. When it comes to women, I never need no help. Howdy, ladies. Well, here I am.
And who, sir, are you?
Well, I'm Reese Bennett, the man you've been waiting for. Come to escort you to Mirando City.
To what?
Now, don't you worry none. I'll take real good care of you. Ooh. Now, what was that for?
I'm afraid you've made a mistake, Mr. Bennett. We're the sisters you've been looking for.
Huh?
That's right, Mr. Bennett. Sister Joan of Arc, and I'm Sister William.
Sisters?
That's right, Mr. Bennett. The Sisters of St. Joseph of Bordeaux. I'm sorry we weren't here to greet you. Last-minute shopping, just like women, I suppose.
Why, you're nuns.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Bennett. A missionary and teaching order founded in France in 1639.
Well, you don't sound French to me.
Oh, dear me, no. I'm fresh out of Boston, Mass., where we have the mother house of our American branch. But Sister Joan is from France. As a matter of fact, she only arrived in this country 3 weeks ago, and I'm not at all sure she's terribly happy about it.
I know I'm the big goose to be always afraid, but I cannot help it. Your country, she is so new and wild.
As long as I'm with you, sister, you got nothing to be afraid of. Now, when would you ladies like to leave?
Is right away too soon?
Whatever you say, sister. You're the boss. May I help you with these? So, you come all the way out here to spread the good word. Is that it?
Oh, more than that, Mr. Bennett, much more. In the words of St. Francis, orare et laborare. To pray and to work.
What kind of work, ma'am?
We're going to reopen the abandoned mission for the Comanches.
You're gonna what?
Reopen the mission.
Well, ma'am, that old mission sits smack dab in the middle of their hunting grounds.
Oh, well, that sounds like a very pleasant location.
Well, what I mean, ma'am, is they'll have you for breakfast if you just so much as put your little toe in there.
Oh, well, I'm sure you exaggerate, Mr. Bennett. After all, I've read just about everything written about the Comanches, and nowhere does it say they are cannibals.
Oh. Hey, Sheriff!
Sister William, perhaps he has a reason. Perhaps it is too dangerous, oui?
No, Sister Joan, we must go. If we don't, how can we call ourselves missionaries?
Yeah, Reese.
Sheriff, I need some help.
With women?
With these women. They want to open up that old mission. Now, would you please tell them that's just sure suicide?
Oh, he's right, ma'am. That place didn't get its name for nothing, you know.
I know. It was named after St. Francis Xavier, because he was a missionary to the Indians, too, of the Far East, of course.
Oh, you're wrong, ma'am. Ever since them red savages killed them priests out there about 15 years back, we've called it Massacre Mission.
Oh, I much prefer St. Francis, don't you, Sister Joan?
Oh, oui.
Now, you ladies, you listen to me. My order said to escort you to Mirando City. Now, that's what the governor said. Mirando City. Wasn't nothing said about no mission. Nothing at all.
Of course. Well, it was 20 miles further south, and we didn't want to worry the governor. He's an old friend of the family, you know. He served with my father in the United States Senate for 18 years. Perhaps you've heard of him. My father, I mean. Senator Nathaniel Harrington.
I never heard of him, ma'am, but I want to tell you right now that
Of course, we didn't really need an escort, but on the other hand, we didn't want to offend the governor, making it appear that we were rejecting his hospitality.
Ma'am, I can't let you go.
Now, don't you fret, Mr. Bennett. Just as soon as we get to Mirando City, you can go right back to Laredo. We can manage the rest of the way to the mission very nicely.
But, ma'am, you don't understand. That old mission ain't out there no more. Only a graveyard.
You have to believe, Mr. Bennett. You have to have faith, that's all. Isn't that right, Sister Joan?
No, I got faith all right. And I believe, too. And I believe if you go out there, why, them Indians are gonna scalp you before you have time to bless yourselves.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Bennett, but I'm afraid there's nothing you can do to stop us. Giddy up, Peter and Paul.
No, 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 no! I ain't gonna let you do it. You'll just get yourselves killed. I just ain't gonna let you do it. You'll have to ride over my dead body first.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want to do that, Mr. Bennett.
Well, then you just promise me you won't go to that mission as long as them hostile Comanches are there.
Very well, Mr. Bennett.
You mean you will?
We won't.
You promise?
Go, as long as there are hostile Comanches still at the mission.
Well, now, that's a lot better.
Oh, so they were pretty, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, those Bordeaux sisters was positively beautiful.
Finally, there's two French girls and he gets them. It just isn't fair.
Well, I'll introduce you to them sometime.
When?
Well, sometime.
Reese.
Yes, Captain.
I thought you were supposed to leave those sisters at Mirando City.
I did.
You did, huh? Well, I got a telegram from the sheriff saying they left for Massacre Mission.
But they promised they wouldn't
They
go.
stay out of Comanche territory as long as there were hostile Comanches at the mission.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, they sent you a little message. A, they don't know if the Comanches are hostile. B, they don't know if the Comanches are at the mission. And C, so the only thing to do is go in and find out.
That's cute.
Now, if anything happens to them, that governor's going to have my hide.
and I'm gonna have yours.
Captain Parmalee, sir, why didn't the sheriff stop him?
No, he says they couldn't be stopped. And with the Comanches on the prowl, he couldn't leave town, and he couldn't find anybody going after them.
Well, Captain, I'll go right back there and take care.
No, you've done enough. Too much. I'm gonna send Joe and Chad this time. You're gonna leave right away.
Well, yes, sir, and we'll get right after them girls, Captain.
Should have sent a boy to do a man's job in the first place, Captain.
And that's right.
Oh, by the way, sir, do you happen to have any idea why these two girls are so bent on heading for a massacre mission?
I think you better ask my friend here.
Reese?
Because they're gonna reopen it.
Reopen it? Why?
Because they're nuns, that's why.
Nuns?
The Sisters of St. Joseph of Bordeaux.
Missionaries.
Well, Captain Parmalee, sir, what if they just don't want to come back with us?
Then don't you come back without them.
Yes, sir.
And may they rest in peace.
Amen.
We've established one thing. They're here.
Oui. The next question is, are they hostile?
Oh. No sign of them.
Let's go on down for a closer look.
Okay. These are old graves, Chad. Must be them priests the Comanches massacred.
Yeah, I reckon. They must have carried those nuns off, Joe.
Well, the tracks head off this way. It won't be no problem to follow them.
I'm just not sure I want to see what's at the other end of them. This way.
They're probably torturing him. At least they're still alive. They ain't gonna be for long unless we get them out of there.
Yeah, but how?
Chad, there ain't but one thing to do.
Huh.
And that's surround them.
Whoa. Whoa. Just you and me surround them.
That's right, surround them. Looky here, I'm gonna go off down this way. Come up on the other side. And when you see me get in position, come roaring out of there and we'll charge them.
Wait, Joe, then they're supposed to just faint or die of shock and surprise, and we just walk in there and take the nuns out, right?
You got any better ideas?
No.
So long. We got you surrounded. We want them nuns.
What on earth for?
We come to rescue you, sister.
Gray robe ladies, no need rescue.
They are friends of Chief Red Cloud and the Comanche. They are servants of Kohemnito, Great Spirit.
just like black robe fathers who come many winters ago to help the Comanche.
Yeah, we found them graves of them black robe fathers.
We bury them, but not kill them.
Before White Man War, Mescalero Apaches raid mission, kill black robes, while Comanche far away hunting buffalo. But other white men, enemy to the Apache, friends of Mohem Nito, evil spirit, make false claim. They kill Comanche and try to steal his land.
You saying that you haven't been raiding up north of here for the last few weeks?
Comanche, not leave hunting ground. 3 moons.
Listen, my people, I tell you, these white men come with new lies so they can steal your lands. Kill them before they kill you.
Who'd you say was surrounded? And who'd you say needed rescuing?
Stop it!
Here, go!
The Great Spirit wants no more bloodshed between the red man and the white man. Put away your guns.
Ma'am?
If you cooperate, we may be able to save your lives.
We're supposed to be saving your life, sister.
Young man, this is no time to quibble.
I got to go along with the lady, Joe.
Bitte schnell.
She tried to help white man. She served evil spirit.
Oh, nonsense. Not all white men are bad. Some are certainly, but then so are some red ones. We all serve the same Great Spirit.
Great Spirit of red man is enemy to white man God. I will drive out evil spirit.
Oh, fiddle.
I will prove to Red Cloud and to his people that I speak the truth. Sister Joan, would you go to the wagon and bring back my medicine bag, please?
I will prove that the Great Spirit has given me greater medicine than Quijada's.
What do you plan to do?
Well, I'm sure the good Lord won't mind a small trick if it will help us.
Well, I'm sure not gonna mind, sister.
Besides, he helps those who help themselves.
You know anything about medicine, sister?
I should. I graduated from the Harvard Medical School, class of '69. Now,
I ask Quijada to prove his medicine is stronger than mine by driving the evil spirit from this cloth. I now ask Quijada to let me put this cloth next to his face. If Quijada's medicine is stronger than mine, he need have no fear.
Quijada, have no fear.
You use wicked spirit. Kill Comanche medicine man.
no, Chief, I only used a stronger medicine than Quijada's, called chloroform.
He dead.
No, Chief. With the help of the Great Spirit, I will now waken him.
What you call spirit in Mambo?
Ammonia.
Ammonia. Good spirit. Not wicked. Bring Quijada back to life. Gray robe lady. Make miracle.
Sure is a miracle, sister. But just because them Indians let us go, that don't mean that they're not gonna come back down here and try and give us all a Comanche-type haircut, ma'am.
He's absolutely right, Sister William. I really think it's best for both of you if you return with us to Laredo.
It needs repair, but I think we can have this ship shape in no time at all. Don't you agree, sister?
Oh, oui, if we have the time. But it's the Indians.
Don't you worry about the Indians, Sister Joan.
Ma'am, somebody has to worry about the Indians now. I have an idea. Why don't you build your school in Mirando City or even in Laredo?
Well, that's a good idea, sister. Why? Well, you see, we need schools in town, and that way you and the other sister there are gonna be safe.
But the point is, young man, your town already has schools for white children. The Indians have none.
They need us.
And we certainly owe them all the help we can give for what the white man has done to them.
Well, what we've done to them, ma'am,
Well, perhaps not you personally, Mr. Cooper, or you, Mr. Riley. But the Comanches were once a proud, strong people of hunters, until the white man seized their lands, slaughtered their game, and brought their diseases to kill them.
Sister, the Comanches, man for man, have killed more white men than any other tribe in this whole country.
After the white man, in direct violation of the Medicine Lodge Treaty of 1867, sent his hide hunters into Texas to exterminate their buffalo that the Comanche depended upon for his food, clothing, and shelter, his very means of existence.
Well, ma'am, just what exactly do you expect to be able to do for them?
Teach them all they need to know in order to survive in this strange, complex new world the white man has made out of their old, simple way of life.
How to learn to read and write and raise their food and learn to cook it and preserve it for the winter and the lean seasons.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, how do you expect to accomplish all of this, just the two of you alone?
Alone? Oh, we're never alone, Mr. Cooper. No, never. We're doing God's work. And he'll send help to us somehow.
In the meantime, I think we should finish getting settled in here. Now, you two boys go back to your captain in Laredo and tell him that everything is just fine here at the mission.
Sister William, we can't do that.
Why not?
We got orders not to go back to Laredo without you, sister.
But we're staying here. Well, I guess that means you are, too. Well, as long as you are, I guess you might just as well make yourselves useful.
Useful, ma'am?
Yes, remember, idleness is the devil's workshop.
But
I think we can start by unloading this wagon.
Oh, sister, the Rangers are going to stay and help us.
Eh bien, already the good Lord, he provide.
Here, we're going to need help just to clear the fields around here.
Clear the fields?
Of timber and rock.
But, ma'am...
Another nice thing. This should prove to the Comanches that the white man can be their friend.
Oh, now, wait just a minute.
Well, howdy. You know, you could at least help.
Well, I signed on as a ranger, not a farmer.
Uh-huh. Oh, what about all that wood that those sisters would like cut for their new schoolhouse?
I signed on as a ranger, not
a lumberjack.
That's right. What are you knocking your fool self out for?
Well, I figured, Joe, that as long as we're here, we may as well pass the time instead of sleeping all day like some folks I know.
Well, now, you pass the time your way, and I'll pass it mine.
Yeah.
Well, Sister Williams, really got you sold on that bill of goods of hers, ain't you? About helping the Comanches and living in peace.
Be nice if it could happen, Joe.
Ah, shucks, Chad, you're gonna soft in the head. It ain't never gonna happen. Not ever. So long.
Where you going?
Someplace where I don't have to watch you work your blame head off. Plum chuckers me out. long, Quahada. Now, what you done to the sister?
Quahada do nothing.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Quahada only look for herb to make potion.
He is telling the truth. I was cutting the timber. He came out of the woods and frightened me.
Well, don't let me stop you. Go on, Quahada.
No worry. Quahada no let white man do nothing.
Sister?
I do not belong here. I am the big coward.
Oh, shucks, ma'am. Well, you wouldn't even be here if you was a coward.
But I am all the time afraid. Who has ever heard of a missionary who has always the fear?
The way I figure, ma'am, well, somebody who ain't never been afraid, why, they're just plain stupid. Well, sure, you see, it takes brains. Well, you gotta have brains, ma'am, to know when you ought to be spooked.
Then I must be very intelligent, Monsieur Riley, because I am all the time spook.
And it just makes you all the more brave.
Me? Brave?
Well, sure. Well, sure, ma'am, it takes real guts. Well, I mean, courage. Well, you gotta have courage, ma'am, to do what you know you gotta do. Well, just like you're doing. I mean, building something or trying to, ma'am.
Monsieur Riley, you are most kind man to say these things. To give the hope to me.
Oh, sister, you shouldn't even be out here alone. Why, you go on back to mission. I'm gonna take care of this for you.
Lumberjack? What are you knocking your fool self out for?
Well, why not? I figure as long as we're here, we might as well stay in shape.
Joe Riley, you're a fraud. Let's go.
That should do it. Now you come back on Monday and we'll take another look at it. Oh, what a beautiful baby.
Well, I never knowed there was so many muscles in a man's body and they could all ache at the same time.
Yeah, one good thing, though. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I don't plan to move one of them muscles all day.
I ain't even getting up for meals.
Have you boys finished work?
Oh, yes, ma'am, we have.
Yes, ma'am, and with your permission, we're going to start our day of rest early. We're going to go into bed now, ma'am.
That's a good idea. We'll be expecting you to set a good example tomorrow.
Good example, ma'am?
Yes, by attending sunrise services in the morning.
Sunrise.
My friends, we can all pray together, even if we cannot hold regular services until the black-robed fathers return. But that happy day should not be far off now, not when the truth is made known. The Comanches did not kill the priests, and the mission is now completely safe. My friends, let us pray.
Hey, that mission's open again, Frank.
Yeah. And all that loot under the chapel floor.
Well, Not for long, it ain't. Come on, let's get down there.
Wait a minute. I got a better idea. Easier, surer, and a lot safer for us.
What's that?
We're gonna wait till them Indians get on back to their own camp. And then we'll slip on down there. And the beauty of it is no one will ever pin it on us.
Yeah. Comanches will take the whole rap again, just like they've been doing with all the raiding we've been doing up north.
And we'll have our hideout back nice and safe and sound.
Nothing like home sweet home, huh?
Be it ever so humble, Massacre mission. Your stain just don't want to come off.
Those Indians have left, but there's still 2 white men down there. They're armed. Looks like they're going to stay.
Just 2 of them?
Yeah.
So it changes things, don't it? Can't use the guns. That'll bring the Comanches riding back.
What are we going to do?
Nothing.
Huh?
We're just going to sit tight until the sun sets. When it gets dark enough, I'm going to slip down there and find out what's up. Make sure that loot's still buried under the chapel.
Oh, it's got to be, Frank. It's got to be.
It will be. It will be. Maybe while I'm down there, I can take care of them 2 white men. Quiet, that is. If I do, I'll give you a signal with a torch.
Yeah, what if you don't?
What if I don't? If I'm not back here by dawn, you come in and get me fast, so as we can get out of here before them Comanches show up. Understand?
Right.
Right.
Is that the best you can do? However, I'll play the...
Sister, is something wrong?
Oh, it's just that we need so many things and we've so little money to buy them. But I'm sure the good Lord will provide in his own good way and time.
I'm sure he will, sister. As a matter of fact, Joe and I are so sure of that we've decided it's all right for us to go back to Laredo.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be leaving first thing in the morning.
You boys have been of such help to us this week. You're good boys, both of you, and I know it hasn't been easy for you. This isn't the kind of work you're used to.
Oh, it wasn't so bad, was it, Chad?
No, not at all, sister.
Sister Joan!
The chapel.
Boy.
I came in to say the night prayers, and he was tearing the boards out of the floor.
He's a killer, Sister William, one in 5 states.
I can't figure what you Rangers are doing here. You couldn't have known about this.
The wages of sin, Ford?
The wages of sin, that's right. And this is the safest place in the world to hide it. Oh, with Comanches all around, we figured no one would ever come near this place again.
You working for the Comanches, Ford?
Working for the... It was us that pinned them raids in the north on them. That'd make them working for us, wouldn't it?
Well, back it up. It's all over, Bart.
Is it?
Ford, you got no chance against 2 guns. Drop it.
Not even with the sister here in your line of fire. Or mine, if you make a move toward me.
Oh, please, please, don't hurt Sister Joan. You're safe here. You're in sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What's that?
Oh, it's a right as old as time, a sacred privilege of the house of God, which we cannot violate.
So, I claim sanctuary.
Well, then, release Sister Joan and hand over your gun. I give you my word. You'll be safe as long as you're in chapel.
How about their guns?
Please.
I should have known about this sanctuary dodge long ago.
Well, enjoy it while you can, Ford. Your sanctuary's not going to last forever.
You gotta come out of here sometime, Park.
Oh, I intend to. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah. You see, Rodden and the rest of my men are all around this mission, so you can't get out anyway. And come dawn, they'll be riding in to spring me and our money. So if you'll excuse me, I'll be getting ready for traveling.
Get me out of here before I do something I'm gonna be sorry for.
I want you boys to try to get out. There's no need for you to sacrifice your lives.
Oh, it's just part of the job, ma'am. Besides, we can't go off and leave you and Sister Joan here alone.
That's right. There's no telling what this fella's friends might do.
Then, come tomorrow, we may all be dead.
Unless one of you could get through to the Comanches and ask for help.
Ask who? For what?
Do you have any better ideas?
Well, ma'am, that's, Joe? All right, call it.
I never win anyway. I'll go, sister. But they ain't gonna believe me.
Not believe.
Figures.
Why, white man come to ask red man to help fight white man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Because a bad white man is an enemy to all good men. Red or white.
All white men bad.
No, they're not now. But the Ford gang is. Well, they've been setting you up and using you. Making you look guilty for what they done.
How you know this?
Well, it's my business to know. I'm a Texas Ranger.
Quahada right. White man set trap to kill Comanche. Make prisoner.
I thought you might like some coffee.
Oh, thank you.
No sign of Mr. Riley yet.
No, not yet.
I still think you'd be safer inside the mission.
That's good coffee. Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Ford wanted sanctuary, and he got his sanctuary. But those friends of his are going to have to ride right over me in order to take him out of there.
I understand. You have a vocation, too.
Well, I never much thought of the Rangers as a vocation, sister.
Well, perhaps you have another name for it, like duty or responsibility, but in principle, it's the same thing. Just as I can't give Mr. Ford up to you. You can't let him go.
That's right.
Is there anything we can do?
Might say a prayer.
The Sisters of St. Joseph of Bordeaux reporting for duty.
Well, now, I told you to barricade yourself inside, sister.
Oh, we cannot do that, Mr. Cooper. We put you here, so our place is here with you, helping you to fight evil.
Well, ma'am, I didn't think you believed in violence.
Well, we prefer peace, Mr. Cooper, but there is such a thing as self-defense and a just war. We certainly don't believe in sit-down suicide.
And I will concentrate on the praying for the protection and the forgiveness.
All right. Man your posts. Or should that be woman your posts?
Here they come. Get back, sisters. Get back against the wall.
Rangers speak truth. White outlaws, real savages, attack gray robe ladies.
Let's get down there and give them some help then.
Quahada, wrong about Ranger. Quahada, sorry.
Ain't no time for apologies now. Let's get her done. Come on. Come on, we're sitting ducks. Let's get out of here.
Well, looks like we might be getting some help, sister.
Are they attacking us?
Oh, not unless Mr. Riley joined them.
Oh, that's no Larry saying.
Oh.
I better take a look at that shoulder.
Well, what kept you?
Been tied up for a while.
Figures.
And you thought the Comanches were against us?
Why, sister, some of my best friends are Indians.
All right, drop your guns. Now raise your hand slow like.
You don't mind if I don't raise this one, do you?
I hit him.
You sure did, sister.
Now, that took courage, ma'am. I'm real proud of you, Sister Joan.
Thank you, Monsieur Riley. But it was you who supplied me with the ammunition.
When I cut this wood for you, sister, I didn't know it was loaded.
From this day forward, may there only be peace and friendship between your people and mine. May Kohoinita, the Great Spirit, make it so. We will drink to that. Thank you. Well, what is this, Red Cloud?
Tiswin, Comanche beer.
Good. Drink.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, it's just wonderful, isn't it?
Well, anyway, you can drink champagne from now on whenever you want.
Well, now, how do you figure that, Joe?
You're half of the reward money, of course, for rounding up that Ford gang and bringing in the loot.
Oh, yeah, I plumb forgot about that.
You forgot about money?
Well, I guess my mind was on some other things, Joe.
Yeah.
Are you boys just about ready to leave now?
Yes, ma'am, we are. We'll return your wagon to you as soon as we deliver these fellas into Laredo.
Well, there's no hurry. We're not going anywhere, thanks to your generosity.
What generosity?
Well, didn't Mr. Cooper tell you? He's giving us his share of the reward money for the mission.
No, he didn't tell me, sister.
And modest, too. Just a moment. Don't go away. I'll get Sister Joan.
She must have really sold you on that dream of hers, Ted.
Well, now, the money was found on mission property, Joe.
I'll say one thing for you, boy. When you go soft in the head, you go all the way.
I have brought you something. St. Christopher medals to protect you in your travels.
Well, that's very nice.
I know it is a very small thing, but that is all I have. That are my prayers for you.
Thank you. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, Monsieur Riley, for everything. For your generosity and...
Oh, whoa. What generosity, sister?
Oh, did not Monsieur Riley tell you?
No, ma'am. Monsieur Riley did not tell me.
It is the great modesty of a man who gives his share of the reward money to me for submission.
Oh, he did that, did he? Oh, well, shucks. We might have all been killed if it hadn't been for them Comanches, Chad.
Sure.
And that's exactly for whom the reward money will be used, to teach these Indians a new way of life.
The good Lord, he always provides somehow.
And that's the real miracle, here and everywhere else. And I thank him for sending you Rangers to us to do his work. God bless you both. Well, you'll come back and see us.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We'll have to deliver your wagon back to you.
And protect our investment.
Ma'am. Sisters?